anything short of a championship is a failure.
All season long, I've really had to take the East. They ain't really closed that gap for real. And if anything, the West got better.
This has been an underwhelming, but also very much whelming conference finals. We're facing two sweeps right now as we sit here and we watch the ending of game 3 of the Celtics, or game 4, I'm sorry. Game 4 of the Celtics Pacers series. We've had some energy, shifts when it comes to how people are feeling about the Celtics. I've been seeing on my timeline, at least, people are actually jumping on the Celtics bandwagon. But what's more important is we're seeing another Celtics sweep, or not sweep, I should say, but just a weak opponent from a lot of us. I want to start with how Bezos feels about his team now.
Oh, my confidence for us winning a championship is like 70 to 80 right now. Can't lie. Very confident. I love how we're playing, contrary to popular belief. But the road to the finals has definitely been weak. And if you wanted to call it Mickey, I can't lie. I do not blame you. I do not blame you one bit. Every single team that we faced has been injured. From the first round to the Eastern Conference Finals. And we're talking about their best player, too. It's not just their third, fourth option. So, it's definitely been unfortunate. I've been telling y'all going into the playoffs when I saw Miami was going to be our first round matchup. Hey, fuck it, bro. Let's welcome the smoke with or without Jimmy. Let's welcome the smoke. It's unfortunate that these teams haven't been healthy. But does that change as to how good I think the Celtics are, who they can be, who they can't? No, absolutely not. I think going into the season, the marker of the season's success has been championship or nothing. That is still the case to this day. And anything short of a championship is a failure. So that's the only thing that'll really justify the season anyways. So nothing's changed, to be honest with you. Nothing's changed.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really any room to talk about the Celtics. I don't think a lot of people up here don't necessarily care about it. And not to be disrespectful, it's just they haven't.
Yeah, the true test is the finals. So
yeah. Damo, can you give us some insight about the Pacers and what you've been seeing, some bright spots to look forward to next year potentially? Because this year it's not looking good.
Well, first things first, I think it's a foregone conclusion. Pascal should want to re-sign back here. And with Pascal coming back and what we're seeing from these young guys, these role players, I mean, we're just seeing one of those just fun basketball teams to watch. I'm glad to see that their offense does translate to the playoffs. It is not solely relying on Tyrese Halliburton for it to be effective. These guys genuinely have confidence. The coach believes in them. They believe in their coach. This is a pseudo Miami Heat situation, I feel personally, where with the Heat, they pride themselves on defense. It's the opposite. They're priding themselves on their offense, and it works. These guys are buying into it, and I love it. To get to the conference finals, definitely an overachievement in my opinion from where I had this team going. I'm proud of all the guys. I know people have questions about Reese, and I know I hyped them up all year, but none of that's going to change. I think Reese is a phenomenal talent. I think this is a phenomenal team. Nembhard's a phenomenal player. When they get Benedict Mathurin, he's going to be phenomenal. Miles Turner showed his worth. I think the last 3 seasons, it's been nothing but when are we trading Miles show. Like everyone's been waiting for when that trade's going to happen. Now we're having the first time in a long time where it's Miles Turner's fine. Like he's a part of what we're building. If you got to trade him, cool, but it's not a when is he leaving. He's proven his worth. Somebody saying he's about to get a bag. I think he's already in contract. I don't know if he's going to be a free agent in the next couple of years. So he's playing. He's showing his worth. For them, I don't think it's a matter of going to get a big name and messing up what you got. Keep building and building. Get another solid role player here, solid role player there, and get ready to go crazy next season.
Sage, I'm going to read you something. And we'll talk about Luka in a second, so I don't want to shoot our load. But this is the stat of the day coming down on Jason Tatum. If Jason Tatum maintains or closely matches his current scoring pace, he is poised to eventually rank as the second highest scorer in NBA postseason history. Does this change how you look at Jason Tatum?
MICKEY It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Tatum! Like, man, I do not care. I'm not
LeBron James.
absent. I don't care. I'm sorry. I do not care. At the end of the day, man, I've been honest. In terms of Tatum's career, for sure, one underrated aspect about Jason Tatum's career, you could call it Tim Tebow, you could call it Jordan, anything in between. The bastard wins playoff games. So I don't know what to tell you. He is going to be up there. I think that is something that we've slept on really since he got here. However, when it talks about this specific run and how I view him specifically, man, even game 1, I'm sitting there. Y'all not bamboozling me with the power of hindsight, man. I saw what I saw. I'm not stupid. I saw what I saw, bro. I seen the Pacers' will to lose outrank the Celtics fighting back. Now, the other 2 games, Celtics actually, in my opinion, they fought back. They fought back. They punched them in the mouth with great defense. Even in game 1 overtime, you could argue defense as well. But man, at some point, we gotta just keep it simple. There's injuries galore. If the injury excuse ain't cutting it for you, these are matchups that every time I'm sitting here like, damn, I wish they had played someone else. They earn this position though. So in a weird way, we can only say so much because they earn the 1 seed. They earn the right to have things fall this way for them, and that's fine. But as far as like the career stats, and as far as like and I'm not even a major fan of on pace, and as far as like this current run, I think we all admit it's going to matter in the finals. Why? Because we all feel that if the Celtics were in the West, would they be a first round exit? Not necessarily, but that's the type of tier team they are. The East is just not that. And it's really highlighting how all season long I've really had to take the East. They ain't really closed that gap for real, man. I'm sorry. They really didn't. And if anything, the West got better.
Guys, the NBA playoffs are heating up, and I am excited to bring to you Prize Picks, the best way to play daily fantasy sports. All you're going to do is download the app, go to the website, and then you're going to select your players and make some picks. I'm going to go Evan Mobley, more on points, easy one. And I'm going to go Devin Booker, less on his PRA. I'm going to put some money in, $1 million. I'm going to go ahead and hit place entry.
And if you use code LKIB, Prize Picks will match up to 100% on your first deposit up to $100.
Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this episode. Jason Tatum, to me, is going to have some stats that are, at the end of the day, going to be very impressive, but he is not going to seem to be a dominant player ever throughout his career. And I may be tripping one. No, actually, I don't think I'm tripping when I say that. I think we're going to look back in a couple years and be like, oh, Jason Tatum has a lot of stats. Never a dominant guy, never really seeming dominant. Am I tripping on it? And now, boring wins. If boring works, boring wins. Then it is what it is. But am I tripping when I say that he not a lot of stats? He's gonna have a lot of stats. Never a dominant guy.
I think you're tripping on it for the simple fact you're being premature about it, because if the way he's playing is easily winning him championships the next couple of years, and when he is playing these teams that's coming out west, if these performances are helping them beat these teams in 4 or 5 games or very uncompetitive 6-game series even at times, I would think the perception will be he's dominant. It's about is he winning. I don't know. I mean, we all have those questions about how can he close games? How good is clutch Tatum? If he's winning championships, he's winning championships. I mean, they had those questions about Stephen Curry about closing games and this, that, and the third. He was still a dominant player because he won.
I mean, it's just the fact that he's known as a scorer and he's a very inconsistent scorer. But I don't know, because I watch him hella closely. Like, he affects the game in so many ways outside of scoring. So to just look at his production on that standpoint, I think it's hella flawed. Like, I've seen Tatum lamp up KD for a series. Like,
yeah, he should be in the two-way player conversations more than he should be elite scorer conversations.
Yeah. So dominant. I mean, everyone's gonna have these ranking talks or whatever, and it's cool. Like, I'll participate in them too. But to me, my biggest question is, can the Celtics win with Tatum as a number 1? And after that gets answered, I truly don't care at that point. Y'all can rank him wherever the fuck y'all want, bruh. Yeah. God, because that's the biggest question for me. And I also think there's a lot of pressure on him right now to win that title. And I feel like me personally, and this is definitely a gut feeling, if he gets this championship this year, there's gonna be a big monkey off that back. It's gonna be, and I feel like for future years to come, he's gonna play way more freely, and it's gonna be on some like once LeBron broke that 20. Oh my God, got kicked in the face. It's gonna be like once LeBron finally got his first ring, how more freely he played after that. But,
Damn, you really got the boot to the face. Nah, yeah, I do think. Oh, go ahead.
Let me say this though. This may help you, Sage. This year, 26, 10 boards, 6 assists, 44 from the field, 29 from 3. The year they went to the finals, 26, 6 assists, 7 boards, 39 from 3, 40. What is that? 42%, 43% from the field.
mm-hmm.
I just wanted to put that out there in the conversation of dominance. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, dominance is going to be tough. Because to be honest, we have these conversations, except unironically right now, we got to acknowledge that Tatum could just be an unfortunate beneficiary of a hell of a front office for the past couple of years. And people may just want to like do, or people may be doing that thing where they don't know what they want. Because honestly, Tatum hasn't been the most dominant in terms of individual play, whether it's from eye test, statistics, or mixture of both. Whatever, like nobody has Tatum as numero UNL. We've talked about him making a leap to being in that tier, let alone being that guy. And I think the reason that he's still able to win is because the Boston Celtics have put a fantastic team around him time and time out. And the biggest hindrances to his career is when they didn't build around him. So it's a very weird and funny conversation to have, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Lakers fan. It's fun to dunk on Jason Tatum. I don't know what to tell you, but at the end of the day, I also believe that what Bezos is saying is correct. It will be somewhat scary if he ever actually does win, because now the mystique is gone, the pressure is somewhat alleviated, and now it's like, oh damn, well, Here, the Boston Celtics are going to be serious players time in and time out. Now, is he going to win?
Fuck no. Luka sweeps the remainder of the postseason. I told you this a pod ago, or 2 pods ago. I was absent.
And I'm sorry, just before we move forward, I just feel like it's a meme now, but he's 26, bro. There's still so much more room for improvement. Well, not so much, but there's still room for improvement to me, for him to be more consistent. But
I feel it. I'm going through just some number ones before we get up off this. Going through some number ones, more so the perimeter oriented number ones to win titles. Yeah, he's just I would have to look at LeBron James's second ring in order to get close to those numbers, and really that's just like a points per game perspective. It's hard to find numbers of the same ilk that are like
different.
Kawhi Leonard, I mean,
Kawhi was always efficient though.
that's fine.
I
About numbers. I mean,
I haven't looked at Kawhi, so I mean it would be fine. Kawhi is the number one. Playoff numbers don't look like that winning a championship.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Wait,
Actually,
so what
in 2019 wasn't he like 45, 40 something in 2019? Yeah, when he won
1 point a game, gang.
I don't know. Well, I'm talking about because Tatum's capable of putting up 30 in the playoffs.
I'm talking about what he is though. What he is doing. They all capable of having 50 bombs. Kawhi Leonard.
26er.
Kawhi Leonard averaged 31 on 49 and 38 from the 3. Also with 9 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals. Yeah.
And that's in the entirety of the playoffs or just the finals?
That's the whole playoffs. So, and I could break it down by series, but I don't know. That's just my thoughts and opinions that you probably can't lose